This is Nosey and the podcast.
In every nook and cranny.
Here's the thing.
This is Michael.
Ladies. And Kirk.
The reality is...
Guiding your noses today.
It's sort of like... White people can't be racist.
What?
Hear me out.
Black people can't.
Black people can't be racist.
Okay.
Excuse me. Sorry. My bad. I misspoke on that one.
I was like, white people. They established racism.
White people made racist.
Absolutely.
So... What I meant was black people can't be racist because you can't be the minority and have a position of power.
No, you can't. Systematically.
Systematic power, which is racism.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that,
like
whereas
racism,
because men are, quote, in power, we're not going to have empowerment. We're, quote, in power.
That's a good point.
It's sort of the same concept. I think it's... I might be wrong.
But no, theoretically, like you were saying, that makes a lot of sense.
But yes, ideally,
we can't empower ourselves through nudity because we're
already empowered
as a gender.
Correct.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Damn, that's a damn good. All right, my dog. Hey,
you're welcome.
I've word.
Look who's back in the house. Word.
Oh, it took you 100 and this is 103.
I don't remember. You're supposed to keep up with that.
I think it's 103. It took him 103 episodes to remember.
What?
That your word.
I'm just fucking with you. It's been mentioned.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A few times.
Every other episode.
Every fifth.
That's fair. Is that all?
Well, I mean, that's just why I think... to me, that would be sort of the basis of why...
But that makes a shitload of sense.
What do you need empowerment for? You're in power. Like, even if you're not
as an individual, but as a collective,
color of choice,
right?
You still have more power than your counterpart. That is female,
regardless of that's
regardless
true.
Of skin color.
Yeah, that is fair. I agree with that. Yeah. I guess that's all then. Because you kind of came to a conclusion. That was like...
Well, it's not really a conclusion.
Like,
I mean, it's still... Well, but I mean, it's still one of those things where... I don't know if... It's sort of like if you're a female and you want to be taken seriously at your job. Okay. Some females take the approach of looking at the most annoying guy, stereotypes of a boss,
right?
And they pick those and try to act that way. When in reality, nobody likes that guy
at all. They annoy the shit out of most people.
So it's sort of like, it's sort of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if you're too meek, then you're looked at as
you get overlooked. Yeah.
Well, they just gave her that job because she's a woman.
Even though she's actually very qualified.
Even though she's probably more than qualified, right, for the most part, than any of the other applicants.
That spawns another question. Qualification or personality and characteristics?
I genuinely do think that qualifications... I genuinely do think that qualifications do win out. However, if you are a black male and I am a gay male, if they already got two queers and we have the exact same resume, they should pick you.
Wow.
Because in that office dynamic, you need more perspectives so that you can provide a more holistic, better service.
Do you think that should be confined to what the job is or jobs across the board? We answered the question, broski.
I'm trying to think if there would be any... I'm trying to think of an example where it wouldn't be... Like, let's say you and I are both police officers, and there is...
I ain't trying to be no popo.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say that you and I are police officers. I'm just trying to think of like a extreme example, quote unquote. If we're both going for the next level, let's say it's lieutenant.
Okay.
And they already have Jimmy the queer lieutenant. Well, they don't need another me. They already have somebody that understands where I'm coming from and can represent gay people in general.
I look so excited to say it.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
gay people. You look so distraught. Like, but I don't want to say that.
But if they don't have someone that can relate to the black community, you need that perspective, and we're both equally qualified for the job. You should get it.
I don't know. I'll put it this way. I
Like if they're looking at criteria and all 10 criteria, we're exactly the same. What's the tiebreaker? Who do they not have? Who is not represented?
Okay,
the tiebreaker is you should get the job because now there's Jimmy and there's you. And so when the lieutenants start doing their programming is going to be more robust because it applies to more people.
Let me ask you this question then. On top of that, I know you would be open to that, and I would be open to that. If somebody said to me, "Hey, we've already filled," as fucked up as it sounds, we filled our quota for the African American, demo for this position, and so we gave it to Kirk because he's gay.
Yeah,
but you're both qualified. Hey, Michael, you are not underqualified. We also.
And if another position comes up, please apply.
But would that be? Do you think not me and you, but for the general population? Do you think that would be too honest to tell most people?
100%.
I think most people would be like,
100%.
I'm suing you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But what,
I mean, and that's why
only
I'm
one
saying,
you can get it.
Right.
It ain't two positions.
Well, but I mean, it's sort of the thing is like, let's say there's 5 lieutenants in our district.
Yeah.
And 3 of them are black. We don't need you.
Right. We got 3 of them brothers.
We got 3 black people already. We're covered when it comes to making sure that our programming applies to the black community. Yeah. Who do we not have? Well, we've got a gay guy, so we've got that covered. Yeah. Who do we not have? We don't have a white female.
Right.
White female, you went out.
As long as she's qualified.
We're all equally qualified. Yeah. White female, you're going to be the pick this year because, I mean, there's going to be another one next year anyway. Right. But what I mean is like, you want every business that's out there, they've done studies and interviews over and over that the more diverse their board is, the more diverse that their
you get better results.
Programming group is, they're so much more successful because they incorporate so many more people.
Well, yeah, if you have one singular cult, even if it's just all black people, that's not going to be a good thing either because it's just...
Who are we shitting on?
No.
FUBU.
Shut up. FUBU ain't even popping no money. That shit ain't been popping for 20 years. But it hasn't.
Listen, I knew you were shitting. I just wanted to see which one we were shitting
saying in general, I think any of just one culture is going to...
It ain't popping. It ain't popping.
No, it does create some limits to whatever idea can be.
100%. And that's what those studies found.
So let me ask you this though. Hypothetically, say just for easy math, I don't know the exact breakdown, but say I got 100 employees, right? And I literally have whatever the percentage would equal. I think black people are like 17, is it 17%? Of the population, whatever the numbers are. If I got 100 people, employees, and it's literally by percentage, fits all of the percentage. If Asian people are 4% and Hispanic people are 12, whatever the percentages are.
Yeah.
Do you think you should limit your process once you've hit the quota? You know what I'm saying? Do you start saying, now I'm only going for the most qualified? Or do you say, that demo is getting really great results. The purple people are getting better results than the orange people. Do you start saying, I'm going to start grabbing some more than purple people? Or do you keep it to your ratio for the quota? Or do you say, fuck it, I'm just taking who's qualified?
Qualified. It should start with, let's say, for example, there's 100 employees and there's 3 manager positions.
Yeah, because I just did that because the math is literally the percentages.
There's 3 manager positions and they're all 3 white men.
Okay.
One of them's gay.
Okay.
Me and you are applying for this job, or we're being looked at as the next
we're being considered
promoted person. And they go, you know what? Kirk is exactly qualified.
Okay.
Michael is almost qualified. But there's 3 of us already. We already got Kirk. We already got Jimmy.
Yeah.
My personal opinion, they should take you and see if they can get you equally qualified.
You think so?
Like, it may just be, I might have 1 year of experience.
Yeah, but unless you get fired, you'll always have one more.
No. Let's say
for the position.
Let's say I have 1 year of experience doing data entry. But that one thing, they could just show you how to do it.
Well, yeah.
They should show you how to do it.
Data entry ain't that hard.
What I mean is,
but the example
it's time consuming.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And it's got to be correct.
Yeah, of course.
But all they got to do is show you how to do it, and hire you.
Because I'm black or because
you will help that group of managers make sure that their management and how they address
more open-minded,
group includes everyone.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's
and it's much more robust.
That's fair, I guess.
And I think if companies, a lot of these companies, what they did was they started looking at their employees and they were like, listen, Joseph and Michael, they're like so close to exactly what we need in our management team. Yeah. So let's take them under, let's ask them if they even want to be managers. That was what they started with. And if there was an interest, let's say you weren't interested, but Joseph was. They took Joseph under their wing and he followed them around for the day, saw what their job looked like, saw all these things so that when the day came and they were looking and Joseph was still interested in being a manager, he was much more hireable.
Right. Because he knows what he needed and he was familiar with,
and he did the work to get it.
Because if he actually wants it, on average, I'm sure they're going to try to accumulate some of those qualifications.
Right.
Versus I showed it to you, have no interest whatsoever. You're like, I don't want that shit.
Right.
You can like, I'm not getting no qualification for that shit. Yeah.
But if you've got Brian, Billy, and Bobby.
Are those all white people?
You don't need to go over here to Bobby Jr. and say we need all of our managers start with a B. No, like you need.
They're all white. That's right.
Except for Bobby Jr.
Bobby Jr. is interracial. He's racially ambiguous.
He hadn't told him yet what he is.
Why is hair so curly?
I heard him say the word nap the other day. You think he was tired?
Or he need to comb his hair. He's so stupid. That's fair though. But I don't know. I have always felt once you fill the quota, then start grabbing. And granted, the 100 where you can do the percentages versus, and that's not every job, versus the 3. I do understand it. But I think once I've hit the quota, then I just say, fuck it. I got what.
I'm saying forget that there is a quota.
Oh, okay.
My whole thing is
whether it's the 100
forget
or the 3?
That there's a quota. Because it's not, you just want to look at, it's sort of like our elected officials.
Okay.
They don't represent us.
Well,
sorry.
Duh.
But they're also like,
there's still majority
we,
all
the voting
men,
public, are also not voting people that represent all of us.
No, because we don't include. I used to be that as well. No. I didn't take that shit serious. I told that.
Well, and I think people
Bruce Wayne, blah blah blah.
Well, I think people are now, but that's true. Yeah. But what I was going to say was like, it's one of those things where, like, there was that whole thing where federal contractors. Like if you're a federal entity that gets federal money, money. Stupid. If you got federal funding, you were supposed to hire a company that was like, if you needed something fixed, you're supposed to hire a company that is run by a veteran or is run by someone of color. Like, and a lot of companies were like, well, we're white and we didn't go to the military. So I guess fuck us, right? But the problem was you already have all the other contracts. We're trying to diversify the portfolio here.
Yeah.
Like it's sort of like any sort of, what's it called where you, competition. It's sort of like if Joe Bob White Man and construction, if he has all you. Thank you. He has a monopoly over this entire county. You don't want that because now Joe Bob White Man can set whatever price he wants and you're stuck because he's the only contract company that can do any construction work in your entire town.
But a lot of people don't want to give up the power or the monopoly.
Fuck Johnny.
I didn't say
his whiteness.
I didn't say I disagreed with you.
What I'm saying is, if you open the door to even Joe Bob, white-ish woman.
Joe.
Well,
Jane
I was trying to
think of Mary Beth?
Bobby Jane.
There you go.
Bobby Jane, white woman. even just one other competitor.
Yeah.
Now Joe Bob has to, Joe Bob White Man.
They got to do a better job and work harder. Or not maybe work harder, but do a better job.
Because a monopoly, what happens is prices go up and quality goes down.
Quality goes down like a mofo.
Because you don't have to do it.
It plummets.
But it's sort of like the police department. A lot of their programming is police in general have a sort of not great history.
Say that again?
They don't have such a great history.
Police and white people?
Police.
Oh.
Police in general don't have a really great history. Abuse of power, whatever.
Must be nice.
But a lot of what they did was back in the late 80s, early 90s, and still continuing now, allegedly, they have this programming where they are reaching out to other communities other than white, and they are becoming more visible in these communities and saying like, hey, you future adults, you should consider policing as a career. You're less likely to have some of the issues that we're having, just saying, if there's more diversity in the authority.
But it sucks. I believe in that, but I think, the hell, I ain't even gonna think. The truth is, the black community ain't really fucking with no police. And so when you have this stigma, I hate to get all deep and shit, but when you get this stigma of they whip our ass and they overly police us and blah, 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 you ain't trying to be one of them, even though we do need to be some of them.
Right.
But when you have this fucked up impression of them, like, I'm dying to be one of those guys who whips our ass and over polices us. So
I think that's changing though.
It is slowly, but I
think it's changing faster than you think.
That's fine. But it is discouraging.
Because in the undisclosed city that's near the OG undisclosed location.
Sir. Oh, it's getting better.
Our chief of police is a man of color, black.
So that's Missouri, Los Angeles?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Like I did
Los Angeles, Missouri.
No, the city is Missouri. The state is Los Angeles. I know when I see it. If you can find it on the map, let me know.
Our chief of police is a man of color who is black.
Okay.
His color is black.
I'm like, what color is it?
I'm like, I don't know. Because now POC is
everybody that's not white.
That didn't. Everybody that didn't go to the Danny Man.
Everybody that's not European of origin.
Or South African.
Or Icelandic. What are not Viking? Greenland and
That's
Iceland.
European.
Is that still European?
I'm pretty sure.
No,
that is
Scottish? No. What's
Denmark, Sweden,
Danish? No, that's Denmark by itself.
That's the people of Denmark.
Yeah.
Danish. It's
not Caucasian. It's
Stop. Hold on. Stop saying words.
I thought you said alley-oops that are not
helpful.
They're not dunking. No dunking.
It's Holland and Amsterdam and
I know what you're talking about.
It is.
There's a word for it, but I can't think of it whatsoever.
My whole brain is melting in my head.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. But I know what you're saying.
Yes, all
it's
of
Europe
that
and all of them.
It's Europe, and then that they're all Caucasian.
Yes, the Caucasian. But I think that is some of what was especially over the years. I think it was some black people really want to be policed to make a change.
Like Family Matters.
Oh,
Carl was a police officer.
What's his last name?
Carl Wilson.
Is it Wilson?
Laura Wilson.
Winslow, thank you, sir.
Damn, I was close.
Yeah, I was about to say Carl Lewis. I was like, that's an Olympic runner. That's not his name. I was like, he
was a fast man.
fast man. But no, I think, because I was watching a documentary, BMF, super cool documentary. Black Mafia family blowing money. It's a drug pen anyway. There was they also interviewed the police that pursued them and convicted them. But one of the guys was a cop. He was black. He told the story about his dad way back when wanting to be a police officer, and black people couldn't be police officers in that particular state. I think it's Georgia. At the time, not last week.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm not surprised by that. But I think some black people did want to become police officers to make a change.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And then I think there's still some now, but I think when you've gone through, they went and shifted from nakedness to fucking dead ass seriousness, but whatever. So
we're good at that.
We are. So he spoke about his dad pulled him to the side when he was like 6 or 7 and said, hey, I wasn't able to be a police officer, but I want you to be one.
Yeah.
And that inspired him to become one. But I do think some want to become police officers to inspire change. But I think the ones that are kind of on the fence are like, I don't know, but y'all been whipping our ass. Like, you know what I mean? And then this blue, what's it called? The blue of honor,
line.
blue line?
Blue line?
Blue shield? Blue line?
Our blood runs blue.
I don't know what it's called, but whatever. That blue wall of silence.
Sure.
Don't worry about it. Where the thing like even though police will abuse and not all, some will abuse their power and then like they don't talk about it. Like, oh, that didn't happen.
Right. Because it's unchecked.
I can't remember what
power.
it's called, but whatever. And
yeah, which is why you need more diversity.
Yeah, but when you know of that, you're like, you're skeptical.
Right.
So it's like, how do you figure out the fine line of I'm going to be a part of this and make it different versus I'm going to shy away?
Well, what I was going to say was, which is also another thing that I feel like if you're a person of color and you're interested in law enforcement, you should really think about internal affairs.
Oh, so you can
the ones that investigate
fuck ass dudes, yeah.
Right? Because you're really sort of the overseers of the popo.
You stupid. So who oversees
5-0.
Who oversees internal affairs? Internal affairs. I just have always wondered.
I believe it is the Congress of the state.
Okay. I know. That's why.
Because they're sort of the checks and balances to the police force, supposed to be, in theory.
Okay. That's not bad then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they have to like prove it. They have to have evidence, which is, I guess, their checks and balances.
Well, that makes sense because like I think internal affairs, they don't do anything but keep tabs on the police. Yeah.
Well, not keep tabs. Keep tabs is the wrong word.
Is it the wrong word?
Yeah, because they're coming in like when there's a shooting, when there's an officer involved shooting.
Oh, gosh.
They're the ones that are coming in, making sure that everything's. They're investigating to make sure that because the police can't investigate their own.
Right.
Shooting.
They can, but you see what happens.
Correct.
So is that all they do?
Yeah.
It can't be that big then, right? Depending on the city. I don't know. There's
a lot of officers. Because you got to think like you're talking about the police department. I'm assuming that they also would be over like parole, probation. They're probably over.
Still sound crispy. Hey.
They're probably over the jails. They're probably that's a lot.
The shitload of people, the police.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Do you think they've been doing a good job collectively?
I think that would be hard to say because I don't know if their investigations are necessarily public record.
No, do you think policing as a whole is improving or kind of in the same, or is not diversity?
I think the pendulum swings. I think right now we're in a pro-gun era.
I don't think we ever stopped being in a pro-gun era.
No, there is. The pendulum swings where guns are more important than they are in another time. Like it just like as people trust the police more, guns become less relevant.
Oh, gotcha.
When they trust the police less, guns become more relevant.
Guns get them guns.
Right.
But down there in the South, they want to keep some guns now, buddy.
Well, Billy Bob, right to bear arms.
Got to be shooting shit that...
I love when people... So Family Guy has this right to bear arms.
I love Family Guy.
And
it's funny.
Bear arms.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's so funny.
So what, they strap on like teddy bear arms?
No, like they're
arms?
hanging on the wall. Like,
does it say right to bear arms?
It says right to bear arms. It's so funny.
That's a little fun.
But it's, it's one of those things where I guess I could see, like, I think not trusting the government. I
think everybody's a little skeptical.
Well, here's the problem. Here's where I get confused.
Okay.
The government is people.
Yeah.
So when you say, I don't trust the government, essentially you're saying, I don't trust people, which is fine. Probably smart. I think what they mean is this sort of overarching, I think sometimes they mean the Illuminati. Here's why. Hear me out. Camera one. Hi, camera one. I haven't really talked to you today. I've talked to you a lot with my eyes. But camera one, like, not specifically the Illuminati, but a lot of people that I've talked to, like, especially because, I talk to everybody. I don't care what political party you're with, whatever. I don't care. So I talk to everybody. And there seems to be like a common thread. Like most people are like, when they say the government, they don't mean Sally. That's the receptionist at Department of Education.
The man.
They're talking about this like overarching
this overseer
group of people.
Yeah.
We'll just say Illuminati.
I don't think the Illuminati exist. I think it does in the sense of...
I don't know if they're called the Illuminati.
That's what I mean. It's not you got a membership card. Like, I'm checking in Illuminati member number 294,000. Like, I don't think it's in that sense.
I don't think there's 294,000.
I'm just saying. But I think
there's like...
I'm sure there's probably like 20, 30 people who run the fuck out of the world.
10.
Maybe that. Yeah, maybe. That was about...
I think at most...
15?
12.
That's fine. But it's not called the Illuminati.
Probably not.
And
I hope it is, though.
That would be cool.
The Rock.
Hey.
My Rock.
Illuminati.
Yeah. Because doesn't she do the symbol? In the Jay-Z symbol, there's
the
symbol?
Rockefeller is the all-seeing. If you do it from the right angle, it's the all-seeing eye.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's an Illuminati in the sense of like what we think it is. And it ain't even, I'm sure Oprah ain't even part of it. Like people like, Oprah's Illuminati, Beyonce and Jay-Z. Ain't nobody checking for these words.
I hope Beyonce's in it.
You're so stupid. Ain't nobody thinking about this shit.
I want Beyonce to walk
in there gyrating and dancing.
Listen. I want her to just be sitting there, and when they're like,
Surfboard.
Beyonce, what do you think? I just want her to do the single lady. And flip her hair. And flip her hair. And they're like, Beyonce's in.
That's her way she says,
yeah,
I concur.
She's like, I got this. She's like, I'm with that plan.
And then JB sitting next to her, your boy.
No, he sits behind her.
Oh, yeah. Your boy.
Yeah.
Young Hova.
And they're like, Jay-Z
this motherfucker.
Jay-Z's president.
They get irritated when he has something to say. Like,
anytime they're like, oh, this motherfucker.
We weren't talking to you, bitch.
They're like, Beyonce, could you leave him at home? And she's like, he came with me. She like communicates only as the single ladies. He wouldn't stay behind.
What'd she say?
I can't trust his ass. Didn't you hear my latest album?
Lemonade, bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it exists. But like, I'm as racist as that, I don't think there's no black people on that 10 people board. It might be one. It ain't Oprah.
If it was, it's got to be Oprah.
Why?
It's got to be. I mean, who else?
If it's a black person?
Yeah.
It might. She has a lot of tremendous influence, but I think,
I don't. It's probably somebody like ancestrally. Like,
that's why I say it's not Oprah.
Somebody long ago when
it ain't Oprah. All that shit slavery, she dealt with as a kid.
Like, part of me is like, it's probably like one of like.
Why are you whispering like they can hear us?
Listen,
what's going on YouTube?
Listen, they might come and find me.
At Kirk Michael
_.
No. It's in the credits, so don't worry about it. You know, I actually don't put our IG on the credits. It's just a podcast. Oh, you know that? Okay. I know what you're thinking, like, why you never put it in there? I was like, because we say
I saw it.
What the fuck?
I'm going to start doing that to you in public. Just single ladies. Oh, fuck it.
We leave it at you immediately.
No, it's because I think they'll come get me. But anyway,
shut up.
Listen, seriously.
All this internet in here.
But I think maybe it was like an African.
Why are you whispering?
Like an African prince or something. Like back in the day.
Yeah, I don't think it's just, all jokes aside, if it is a black person on the board, it ain't Oprah.
Yeah.
Because she went through a lot of fuck shit before she even became a
like somebody from like
historically
African places.
Nigeria.
It's because I've never been to Africa. Nigeria, that's a good one. It's somebody from Nigeria.
I just throw it out there.
Like the Prince of Nigeria.
Ethiopia or whatever. It's some African person.
Is Ethiopia?
Isn't it closer to Egypt?
Oh, maybe Egypt. Maybe like one of the Pharaoh line.
Maybe they was
Cleopatra's child.
They damn sure wasn't white.
Yeah, because I think they've been around for a long time.
Yeah, Africa's where we all started. But
no, I meant the Illuminati.
Oh, sorry.
I meant what we're calling the Illuminati.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if that's their name. I hope they have a better name.
You know what's funny? I don't even think the majority.
What if their name was just like
us, them, they,
we in here?
Yeah, you know how they be doing? Like, they don't want us to win. It's probably, that's what their name is on the billboard. When you walk in, it say they, and they just high five that bitch walking into the boardroom. They, psh, y'all ready to get this thing going?
Yeah.
They probably was stuck up.
I hope they have like a comedian that like keeps them laughing. Don't you think?
They're probably not even as snobby or stuck up as we think they are.
Oh no, I think they're
probably chill as fuck. Yo,
I think they're super progressive.
Yeah.
I think they don't care.
No.
Because there's no reason to. Just if you're out, no,
because I'm sure they're not broke.
They don't care that Kim posted a naked picture.
No.
It didn't break their internet.
Well, they have separate internet.
Correct.
They don't have the black Was it black net, black web?
Dark web.
Dark web. They have the light web.
They have they web.
Yes, they web, exactly.
They have damn, I was trying to think of FUBU web. For us, by us.
For us, web us? I don't know. That was terrible. But no, I don't think it's completely white people. I think it's probably like at least one representative of each ethnicity.
Oh, I'm sure it's
color,
royalty.
whatever you call it.
I'm sure it's royalty.
Yeah,
I'm sure that nobody from America is on this.
Only one person?
Oh, I don't think so. No. I think it's England.
No, it's got to at least be one.
No. I think it's England. Scandinavian countries.
My boy. Yeah. I know you're talking about, yeah.
Scandinavian
culture, yes. Historically, yeah. Thank you.
I think it's probably,
it's got to be one only because
probably somebody's ancestor that was a Viking. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
But and I'm not saying this as a patriot. We're a superpower, though. Somebody's running this shit, and it ain't the president.
It's Congress.
And somebody's behind Congress pulling strings.
Right. But none of the Americans are on. That's why I don't. Only Beyonce. Beyonce's on.
She's so stupid. She's American. Beyonce.
Yeah. She's Houston, Texas, baby.
She's so stupid.
Texas is his own country.
You ain't lying.
If you don't believe that Texas is its own country, find somebody from Texas and ask them.
So is Florida.
Well, Florida was excommunicated from the
what's that beeping noise?
Estatus Unidas.
Oh shit, that's Michaela. I mean, a stranger.
Front door. Now it's in our episode.
Give us 10 minutes. But yeah. I think.
But I will say.
No, we don't have to wrap up.
Going back to the nudity.
No, we can't go back to that now that my kid done walked in. I said her whole name.
No, I was going to say.
I got to delete that out of the episode.
Better make a note.
Yeah. You know what? Whatever.
No, just to like tie it all back in together. I think the Illuminati is fine with nudity.
Oh, of course. I'm gonna text it to you.
I do wish. Here's my thing. I love to be nude at home. I think Only would like for me to put clothes back on.
Oh, he's black, so he ain't with that shit. Just sitting on the furniture, butt ass naked. How we go back to that? What about the Illuminati?
No, I don't sit on the furniture naked.
I was about to ask, what do y'all do naked? But that's not my business. No, why we shift out the Illuminati?
I'm nervous they're going to come for me.
They cannot hear us right now.
Oh, I'm guarantee they're listening.
Ain't nothing in here in Gabby's house.
No, when the episode comes out.
Yeah, this would be fucking.
One of our listeners is Illuminati.
I
think they listen to every
10
podcast.
people?
I think they listen to every podcast.
They ain't got enough time in the world.
I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
No, they look for trigger words like Illuminati.
Which you'll put in the description.
No, because they don't call it Illuminati though.
They.
Yeah, they call it they. They's Clubhouse.
Just in case somebody's listening, let's come up with a good name for them.
It's called they.
Okay.
That's whack as fuck. But you're better at nicknames and funny shit.
I don't know.
No, I was
thinking like something fun.
Well, you got to come up with that. But okay, what countries, let's say it's 10 members. What countries do you said you don't think, I think one is America. I don't know who that member would be.
Okay, I'm going to say 2 from Africa.
Oh, yeah, because all the natural resources, yeah.
Yeah. Egypt. Is Egypt? I know that Egypt is in Africa, but when people talk about Egypt, they never like associate it with
Middle
Africa.
East, yeah.
So I'm going to say at least one person from Egypt.
Why Egypt?
Probably a lineage of the pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say one of those people.
So that's 3. You got 7 more.
I'm going to say 1 Egyptian. I'm going to say 2 from Africa. Probably 1 from South Africa.
Are they black, white, or
I'm going to say they're African prince.
Black? African? Okay. Both of them or 1?
At least 1.
Why do you say South Africa is white?
It is mostly white.
Oh, because of all right, go ahead.
Am I wrong?
No, I can't.
We had a transfer kid from Africa.
I just can't remember.
And
he
showed up and he was pale fucking white.
What's it called when not settlers? What did white people do to America?
Settlers.
No, not settlers. What did white people do to Africa? Not conquerors. What is it called? What do white people call it? What do everybody call it? What's it called when you come and take over a country? Your eyes been jumping this whole episode. You good?
Because the club is jumping. I don't know. Probably because I'm a lunatic.
Well, mine does that shit sometimes. You been stressed lately? You only good? No, I'm just playing. I was joking.
Oh, shit.
No, anyway, regardless. So we got one from Egypt.
Is it not conquer?
No, there's another word for it. Anyway, there's one from Egypt, you saying, two in Africa.
One from Egypt, two from Africa. Possibly one of them was South African.
Okay, what's your other 7? There's got to be one from Europe.
Definitely Europe.
Yeah, of course.
Asia for sure.
I think it's just one.
I'm going to say...
I say 2.
China. I'm going to say China, Japan, 1.
Got to have 1. Yeah.
And then like Philippine, Thai.
Okay, so 2. Okay.
So I'm going to say
Was that
China,
5?
Japan,
Is that 5?
Korea, somewhere.
5.
But I'm going to say like, because I'm thinking like lineage. Like I'm thinking
Yeah,
like
I ride with that. Yeah,
one is probably a descendant
Mm-hmm.
of, what's the guy that?
Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan, thank you.
Yeah. I'm sure one
Like
is probably from
I think a Genghis Khan
Alexander
descendant.
the Great, probably.
Alexander the Great. Did he have any descendants?
They say he was gay.
Hey, girl.
You're so stupid. I'm sure he had at least one baby.
She ain't no diva.
I'm sure he was. I'm sure that he had
Ran
some
a
kids,
military.
though, just because of the times. You had to have...
Heirs.
Thank you. You had to have heirs, right?
Sure.
So I would think I've never researched. We're just shooting shit. But I'm sure he had...
You're on the factual historical
but
podcast.
I'm sure he had at least had one kid.
Sure.
Just because of historically. Not he was dying to have heirs, but...
Yeah.
So you got...
But I'm thinking like that. That would be your 10. I don't think I think America's way too young to have anybody in there.
No, it might have been smuggled in. But like you said, historic. It might not. They might not be originally from America, obviously, because we're very young.
I feel like this is very far removed. Like this group of people, they like...
Where do you think they meet at?
Sweden.
What the fuck ever in the neutral zone?
Yeah.
They might be kicking it in
I think they live in
Antarctica.
Sweden.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
No, they might be hanging out in Antarctica.
Oh, they're above us.
Above us.
Like they're not intertwined in any
As far
of
as
our
hemisphere or socially? Not socially, politically.
Like politically, socially. They're not dealing with the politics of America. Like they're not. They're patrolling from somewhere like Sweden. Because I mean, Sweden.
They're in the
has,
Justice League space station above the Earth.
Pretty much.
He's so stupid.
Pretty much.
You think so?
In Sweden.
I think they're kicking it like in a not even a bunker because it would be too.
I'm sure that
plush.
they're like when they want to be on the beach, they're probably on.
And nobody knows. We don't know what the fuck they look like.
Right. But I mean, I think like when the time comes, they meet in Sweden.
You think so?
Yeah.
I've never been to Sweden. Is it warm? Is it cold?
I mean, I'm sure they have season.
Have you been there?
No.
I know you've been to countries like I have. I was like, Sweden. I've never been there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's plan a trip and do the podcast from Sweden and try to find Club they.
What if they were like, we the bitches?
Nah, they ain't saying that. They probably
That'd
some
be
old.
fun.
You think they're old as fuck?
I'm sure they age out.
And they just bring in, come on, Junior.
They have to like get their next one.
You think do you think the current active members are in their 50s, 60s, 90s, 20s?
I think there's a different array because people die at different times.
Of course, yeah. But I think it's generational as well. I think hey son, get ready for Club Day. And you're like, what the hell, what's Club Day? Don't worry about it, bitch. Come on. I'm just saying. You don't think so? No?
Yeah, probably. I don't know if it's directly. Yeah, maybe. Because you're probably raised in it. If
you're
going
groomed to be the next
if you're going to
day,
be the next member. Because they've got to make sure like you're going to carry out. Because I feel like
you can't be running your mouth.
This is why I think they're progressive. Because we're not moving backward, we're moving forward.
Of course. Yeah.
So I think that they're propelling that.
You think they're propelling progress, or do you think they're propelling the organization or Club They, whatever you want to call it? As in, do you think they're the ones because what I've always heard growing up, I don't know if it's true. When we're on internet version 12, they is on like 14.
Sure.
And we just slowly but surely don't catch up, but we just, as they develop more, we We get the next one.
Yeah.
Where they distribute the new version of whatever they been had.
Right.
You think that's true?
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah. I think it might even be older than that.
The internet?
Them. They.
Collectively or?
As a collective.
I think they've been around since before the times of the Crusades. If you want the truth.
Way before.
Yeah. When did the 17? No, not 1700s.
That's when the Christians went around killing.
Crusades?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but was that the 1700s?
That's when they did the conquering.
Was that the 1700s?
In the name of Jesus.
1700s?
Why'd you roll your eyes?
Because people claim a lot of shit for religion, but that's not a conversation. We already 1 hour and 40 minutes.
This is going to be a longer episode, I guess. We should probably wrap it up. We got a little sidetracked.
Hey, it was good though. Truth be told, we technically are doing a second topic, so it would be another hour, but it's up to you.
I don't know.
We'll do another episode. Fuck it. And next week, camera. You ain't talked to camera all day.
I did. You were on your phone.
I was checking for stuff.
Yeah. You were on your phone.
Oh.
I didn't say it judgmentally. I just said
you didn't
factually you were on your phone when I talked to
But
camera
you didn't
one.
say camera one.
I did twice.
Did you?
Yeah.
An hour and 38 minutes?
Yep.
I'm disappointed in you, sir.
I said I apologized. That
To
was
the
also
camera?
while you were on your
Why'd
phone.
you apologize to the camera?
I apologized to camera one, which you know is the audience.
Whatever. They can see both of us at the same time.
No one's watching camera two. They're only watching through camera one.
If they have two eyes, they can watch both of us at the same time.
I don't know if that's how that works.
It doesn't. But you know what's funny though? I thought about this since we started doing the split camera view that people seem to really like.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate y'all. Let me ask your perspective on it. And we've never discussed the aesthetics of the podcast in private or on here. But do you like that it's split or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what's funny is the reason why I asked that is because essentially it's two angles put together as one. But what makes that different from just one camera sitting right there?
Well, because if we had one camera sitting there, it would be the side of our face instead of dead on.
Ah, so it's the angle.
Correct. And I can look at camera one and talk to camera one. I can also throw my hand in front of your camera.
Yeah, I was about to say you waving for my camera. You ain't shit. But no, because I thought about that. I was like, why does it look different in a good way? But and I was trying to think in my mind, what's the difference between the setup and just one sitting right there? But you helped me understand. I appreciate it. Let's get the fuck out of here. Because now I'm starting to ramble. I'm like, we're going to push it to 2 hours, bitch. Yes. Even I don't know if I would want ever to do a 2-hour episode. I think if it was a live like audience episode for 2 hours, I could do that. Would you be down?
Sure. Do we have an audience?
We could on it. Tickets and money.
Hashtag goals is life.
Don't be blocking my camera no more, bitch. I just playing. So you want to wrap our asses on out of here?
Sure. Sounds like you do.
I was good. You just said it was long.
Alrighty. Well,
we keep going. Because I was enjoying the Illuminati conversation. It was cool.
I just don't know. I really believe that, though.
Did they exist or which part?
Yeah, but you're not going to like when I think they started.
When? The Bible?
No.
Oh, I was saying.
Well, there's a lot pre-Bible.
Okay, when do you think it started?
I think from the very beginning. Like, I think when we started inhabiting and building, I think, boom.
So you think like once we spread away from
yeah.
Africa or just started existing?
Just started existing.
Why you say that?
I think there's always, because if you think about it, like there's always this want to feel like you're a part of something.
Which, I used to want to be a part of a few things. I used to want to be a Mason, which a little inkling of me wants to still do that. But I'm like, I'm not going to commit the time to become one. But I do really like at least what I've been told the organization stands for. But like, it was just, when this comes out, it'll be months past. But it was Founders Day for the sororities and fraternities, which I think I've always thought is really cool. I would have liked to have gone to college and joined a fraternity and maybe stepped and all those other things. Because I do think,
you can join one as an adult.
It's not that cool when you're fucking 38. Nobody was like, I'm 38, I'm going to join a fraternity.
Shit on them.
I'm going to shit on them.
Shit on them.
Well, I didn't go to...
I encourage.
I know you do. But it's not, I wouldn't get the same experience as somebody who's 18, 19, 20 going through.
I think you just want to be 18, 19, 20 again.
Sometimes. But no, nobody's whipping my ass with no paddle because I'm not 110 pounds soaking wet anymore. 200 pounds. If you hit me with a paddle, I'm going to hit you with a paddle.
Does it depend on who's holding the paddle?
I don't give a fuck.
Really?
I can't be 40 years old with somebody whipping my ass crossing the burning sands. You get the fuck out of here.
What if it was...
That shit sounds juvenile as hell.
What if it was a girl
that's not
you
sexy.
found attractive?
Nope. I don't think that's attractive.
I haven't finished my hypothetical.
I don't give a fuck if she's Halle Berry in her prime hitting me with a paddle. No, that's not sexy.
Oh, I haven't finished.
Oh, go ahead. Give me your caveat, sir.
What I was going to say was, let's say it is a female that you get to play with later.
Do I get to finish?
Finish what?
The playing.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
She gets to whip my ass with a paddle?
I'm not saying like, I'm just saying like maybe more of a medium, a medium pop.
Why you got to make it all wonderful? I'll take that.
I'm just saying that it could go either way.
I would take that, yeah.
Did you want to be spanked?
No,
like in the moment?
Not my thing, no.
Even if it was like,
no,
just a good, like, you're in the heat of it and just...
No, I don't really, I've had people like that I've been with like pinch my butt. It's a weird feeling.
I don't know if pinching...
Not hard, not St. Patty's Day.
I don't... Pinching?
Or grab it. It
pinching
feels weird.
Doesn't seem...
I don't like my butt grabbed at all unless it's in the middle of being ready.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's not... You said hit it with a paddle.
I'm saying currently. Pause the paddle. You're in the heat of the moment.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Pop.
It's still weird, but I ain't going to stop what I'm doing.
Okay. It's
One monkey don't stop this show.
Weird?
Because I don't really want my butt pop. It's my job to do the popping.
Is popping.
Hey, these streets were made for popping.
But you don't think that would be like, wow, she's really into this. This is going well. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop her. Like, oh, I'm been interrupted. No, but I mean, that's not my go-to. Pop my butt. Spank it, mama. No.
Like, let's say you're walking around here and she just gives you a little spank to say, I'm in.
It throws me off.
Are you ready?
It throws me off.
Really?
Yeah, and I hate that because I'm filthy. But I don't like my butt spanked.
That's weird.
I know. I think it's
interesting.
Yeah, it's annoying. Not to pop my mentality about it.
Do you think, has anybody ever done it?
Yeah. Oh. It throws me off. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? I also have kids and they play around too much. Like, got you, daddy. Ha ha. Like, get your innocent hands off my butt cheeks.
Okay, I have a funny story.
Don't pinch my butt, kiddo.
My cousins.
Yes, sir.
So technically, they're my first cousins once removed.
Mm-hmm.
They're the children of my first cousin.
And the white people say it correctly. We'd be like, my second cousin. Which is not actually.
Growing up, they were my second cousin.
Oh, okay.
I'm just telling camera one.
Yeah, in biology, your cousin's kids, or what'd you say?
Cousin kid.
Your cousin's kids are not your second cousins. They're actually
your first
what you
cousins.
said. Yeah, first. Yeah, but that's too much to say. Second cousin.
That is a lot.
It is.
Anyway. So when they were, there's four of them that I'm speaking of specifically. One was the boy. He was the oldest. He's 2 years younger than me. And so we hung out our whole lives. And then he has three sisters. Mm-hmm. They're each 2 years apart. Anyway. So when we were kids, I don't even know if they remember this, but when we were kids, I never forgot this. They would smack my uncle, their grandfather, and they would go, smack Papa's goober.
The goober is the front. But they're talking about his butt, right?
No, they were talking about the front. They were smacking the front.
Listen, no, the fuck you not.
Listen, I used to think that was so funny. Because I was a kid.
That's painful.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they. I mean, their hands are this big. I mean, like they were little kids.
That's still painful. Continue.
But they would go smack Papa's goober while he was.
Who the fuck told him to even do
Who
that?
the hell knows?
That ain't no just you just make that up.
Anyway, I've never forgotten that all these years. But it made me think. Well, like there are people that like to have their balls like hit on the bottom.
No, thank you.
It's not bad.
Never had it. Don't want it.
It's fine.
I've had mine groped, but I don't want them paddled or patted or whatever.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, I'm not going to punch a girl in the face, but I'm not going to, hey, could you pat these
balls.
Pat these goobers. That would be a good name, too.
Pat these goobers. Anyway, that was just that.
You know
what you said made me think
it's time to get the fuck out of here.
But like one time he was under the car, like trying to like see what was going on, and they smacked Cooper. Listen,
he didn't jump up and hit his face.
He rolled out. No, because I mean, I guess at that point it had happened so much.
No,
he rolled out from underneath there and was like, ah. But yeah, anyway, who cares?
When I got 3 kids, when I have grandbabies, they better not pat none of these goobers. I'm
going to teach them. I'm
going to elbow them in the face. Get your ass back in there.
I'm going to say, elbow Papa's goober.
Papa said, take your ass home.
I'm going to say, you can go this way or this way.
I'm going to say, Papa said, get your ass in the house and go home.
What if you don't have any grandchildren?
That would suck. I want some grandbabies.
There's your pressure.
30 years. That's not pressure.
One of the 3 of y'all better pop one out.
Absolutely. Bring me some grandbabies in 20 years. Collectively, 20 years.
NoseyWithGoodIntentions@gmail.com. We had a question today.
We responded to it.
Are we splitting this episode?
No.
Are we really releasing an hour and 48 minutes?
Wow. Fuck yeah. Y'all gonna listen to it today.
Wow. You gonna learn today.
Hey, you gonna listen today.
If you're still here, hi camera one. NoseyWithGoodIntentions@gmail.com. Please send us a question.
Should we split it?
What?
We'll figure it out. That's 2 episodes. Or one.
Huh?
Or one.
Well, we have 2 titles.
You're so stupid.
They technically both went with the first one.
Pretty much.
We'll figure something out.
Hey.
Not my Illuminati. Anyway. But
I'm texting to you now. Go ahead.
NoseyWithGoodIntentions@gmail.com. Please let us know if you have any comments or questions, or we're open to giving advice. Just for fun. Not that you should take it, but I think we might be good at it. You never know. Anyway, you can also, if you're watching, hi, camera one, YouTube, we're Nosey with Good Intentions. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a video, which is every Tuesday at 11:30 p.m., which is almost now. We also have a Instagram, Nosey with Good Intentions. Please send us your questions there if you would rather do that instead of email, but make sure that you follow us on Instagram. If you're listening, hi, how are you? Please rate us on the podcast app that you're using to listen, and make sure you're subscribed. Listen, seriously. So I'm learning more and more about this review system. Uh-huh. If you review us, it helps us. So please take a few minutes out of your day to give us a good rating and the maximum number of stars.
Touche.
We have a TikTok.
We do.
We haven't really done anything with it in a while, but it's there. And you never know when something might pop up on there.
Hey.
Did you it is Nosey Podcast?
I don't know, sir. It just scrolls on the screen.
It'll eventually be on the screen. We also have a Snapchat. If you have Michael's number, it'll come up as whatever you have Michael saved in your phone. If you're playing along, it's been a while.
It ain't been a long while.
Since I come up with a name for them to save your number as.
Oh, I thought you meant. Oh,
yeah, it's been a while, and I don't fully remember the last one, but
I should listen to this week's episode.
Smack Papa's Goober will be what you can change it to today. Or Papa's Goober.
No, thank you.
Or just Goober. What else do we have? Twitter. Jesus. Nosey Good. She's there. Have that.
I post.
Follow.
I post.
Like. What is Twitter?
I think it's follow and like.
Follow.
No, it's follow and then you like what we tweet.
And retweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't do all that. I said, yeah. Yeah. Like I like whisper. Yeah.
Why are you whispering?
It just sounds cooler than yeah.
I like to whisper before my video starts. Anyway, was that it? I think that was
That's your job.
You weren't paying attention.
I was paying attention. I flipped through and sent you the message, sir.
Was that paying attention?
It was diverting my attention while
comment below if you think Michael was paying attention today?
I was doing things podcast related.
I was on work related stuff.
Motherfucker, you ain't serving no drinks.
No, you know how you at work you're like, no, I wasn't not doing my job. I was doing other parts of my job that weren't what you needed me to do.
Whatever. Hot mess. Well, thank you for listening.
What did they listen to?
Oh, thank you for listening to our Nosey nonsense.
See you next time.